So, Greg has both been a failed marketing agency, or had one, and a successful marketing agency, and also worked in a pretty fun firm called Time Doctor with Liam Martin, who we recorded actually about 6 months ago. Great guy, great company about managing remote workers. And Greg worked for them for about 5 years. So tell us about the different agencies, the failed marketing agency. Greg, how did that happen? Or didn't
So
happen?
okay, so what didn't so back in 2008, I decided I wanted to work for myself. It was like in the middle of the economic crisis, like the housing market collapse and everything, and so I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I started to study copywriting. I'm going to get to the story to the real heart of this in a second. So I started to study copywriting and started picking up a couple gigs. One gig became two, became four, and then what happened is somebody said, "Hey, do you want to do a website?" And I said, "Of course." And then, "Do you want to do email marketing?" I said, "Of course." And then the next thing you know, fast forward like 4 or 5 years, like you have an entire, I'm going to use the word company loosely, but it was really me with like a bunch of freelancers, and it was just total burnout for a long time. And the worst part about it is we were making sales, but cash flow was kind of poor, and it wasn't a liquidable asset of any sort whatsoever because it was built around me, and that's why it failed. It was like a very terrible job. Um, there were no systems put in place or anything like that because I didn't mean to set out to start an agency. I had no idea what I wanted to do at the time, but so I didn't have that forward thinking to be like, okay, we're going to put these systems in place. We're going to do this and only this. We're going to focus, and there's none of that. And so lo and behold, it just got totally out of control and burned me out. So yeah, that's why it failed.
Okay, so it's the importance of building processes, I suppose, that you can scale you because you were essentially
Exactly.
trading time for money, and all it was you with a little bit of help.
Yeah, it was trading a lot of time for not enough money, to be honest with you. um, and then on top of that, it was, where's my next client going to come from? Am I going to make rent? Am I going to make the mortgage this month and all that stuff and all those stresses of just not having any of that in place? So,
Mm.
uh, yes.